In this video, I'll provide some statistical information about Marram tiles. Understanding this information should help you improve your tile laying choices. If you're looking for more basic information about Marram, then see my other video, How to Play. A key element to understand Marram is to understand how many tiles there are of each type of tile feature. Let's start with grass and sand. The starter tile has grass across the middle of the tile, and overall there is one more tile with grass across the middle than there is with sand in the middle. There are 13 tiles with the spade symbol, and these have both sand and grass in the middle on either side of the tile. Let's look at how many snakes and worms can be completed. There are only 7 heads and 7 tails of the blue snake, so only 7 regular blue snakes can be completed. Hence, if a freak blue snake with 2 heads or 2 tails is completed, then there will be only a maximum of 5 regular snakes that can be made. Controlling a blue snake is a risk because finding the missing tail or head is difficult. After laying 2 tiles in a turn, you get 2 fresh tiles, but your chances of getting a blue head or tail that you need are only about 14% at the start of the game. It follows that it's very risky indeed to put a welly boot on a blue worm that has neither a head nor a tail. Let's look at worms. There are 27 opportunities to start or finish a worm, measured by the number of heads and tails, but only 6 saddles. Hence, only 6 regular worms can be completed. If a freak worm is completed with 2 saddles, then this reduces the number of regular worms that can be completed to 4. Hence, a tile with a saddle is very valuable, and if you control a worm with a saddle, then you should trade off adding worm segments which are worth 2 points against the chance that an opponent would frustrate that by laying another saddle on your worm. It is potentially wasteful to put a welly boot on a worm length that does not have a saddle unless it is short and you're planning to complete a freak worm for just 3 points. Finally, let's look at orange snakes. There are 42 head or tail opportunities and hence the chance to complete 21 orange snakes. These are the bread and butter of the game, and if you want to score those at every single opportunity, try not to get a welly boot stuck on an incomplete orange snake. Let's look at the numbers of body segments. For the blue worm, there are 7 tiles with bends and 8 with straights, but a further 4 wildcard tiles that could be used as straights. At a maximum, there are 23 body segments, and if you remember there are 7 heads and 7 tails, there are about 3 times as many body segments as there are possible snakes. For worms, the situation is more complex. There are 6 tiles showing 7 straights, 10 tiles showing 11 bends, and as we've already seen, 6 tiles showing the saddles and the 4 wild cards that can show straights. Finally, for orange snakes, we have 12 tiles showing 14 bends, 13 tiles showing 15 straights, and the 4 wild cards that can show straights. All in, a blue snake segment, that is, a head, tail, straight or bend, appears on 1/3 of tiles, a worm segment on almost half the tiles, and an orange snake segment on nearly 60% of tiles. There are no segments on 7 tiles, so snake segments are not rare. We will now look at some statistics on features that appear on tile edges. The statistics confirm that although there are a lot of edges with beasts, 37% of edges don't show beasts at all. The eagle-eyed among you will notice that the percentages add up to more than 100%. That's because of the 4 wild cards that have all types of beast features on all of their edges. Many players assume that they have to add their tile by joining to a beast, but there are many reasons for joining an edge with no beast features to a similar edge, for example when completing a grass or sand patch or blocking an opponent's snake. I'll explain more about that later. Now we'll talk about flowers and coins. They only score when patches are completed, but also in the endgame in incomplete patches. There are two types of flowers and coins, innies and outies. Innies are in the sand or grass quarter circle, and outies are not. Innies are worth slightly more than outies from a gameplay perspective, because only they can be found in one bulge patches, and one bulge patches are the most frequently created in gameplay. There are slightly more coins than flowers and slightly more gold coins than silver coins. 5 of the 7 tiles with no beasts have both innie and outie gold coins and flowers, and if these tiles are played to complete a patch, can always be aligned to have the coin or flower in the patch. Only one tile has 2 coins, both innies. Thank you for watching this video. Keep in touch through Facebook or email me if you're interested in publishing the game in your country.